Okay, so then you dropped Federal, another solo album.
I dropped Federal, yeah, and then I dropped Federal with it was called Federal, and it had songs like the Drought Season, the first rapper talking about droughts and all that shit, choppers and triple beams and all that shit. And I had then after that I dropped the EP, which was because the Federal was an album. Then I dropped another EP, and that was Mr. Flam. I mean that was the Mailman in 1993. That was the Mailman.
Right. And that was kind of when I got introduced to E-40. Like I had seen some of the stuff around before,
Yeah,
like at Leopold's and
yeah.
so
That boy
forth in
say
Berkeley.
Leopold. Yeah, Rainbow
But
Records,
then,
Leopold, Warehouse.
exactly. Right. But then the Mailman, I felt like that was the one that really got you over the top. That was when you started seeing your videos on TV and, it had Captain Savaho on it,
It definitely had Captain Stableho on there.
which became a recurring character, throughout your career.
Yep,
And it had Practice Looking Hard on it,
yep. Had practice looking hard. Yep, it definitely had practice looking hard.
where you sampled The Coup, another Bay Area.
Yeah, my man Boots from the Cool.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. DJ Pam. I love Boots and them. I love the Cool. That song, he had a line where he said, "I got a mirror in my pocket, and I practice looking hard." So I slowed it up. I told Studio Tone, I said, "Man, I want to make it," because at that time, the reason we said I practice looking hard was because at that time, during that era, we used to mean mug. It wasn't no smiling. That's why I say I smile now, but I used to, I say something in reference to that. I smile now, but I used to look mean or some shit, right? But That's because we used to mean mugs. I mean, I feel, that's how I know the how these youngsters are. They, when you from the soil, it's like, I used to mean mug just innocent people. Just I didn't do nothing to them. I just mean mug. I'd be in my Cougar burning rubber at every like side, sitting hella low. You know what I'm saying? Just yoking on them and just burning just hella smoke and mean mug. Like, just however, you know what I'm saying? Just for nothing. It was just our look. And I see one of my homies across, we'll be in the intersection. He'll be in a motherfucking clean ass, I say, a Chevy or something. I'll be in a Cougar or a Cutlass. Then we have another homeboy over here. Then we might have somebody from the other side of town. Everybody just mean mugging. Slide out. Everybody on Zenas and Vogues, appliances, and you know what I'm saying? And Vogues, you know what I'm saying? That's how we used to. That's how I was. It was lit like that when I was growing up. But I did
Okay.
that. Yeah, but Practice Looking Hard was because of that. It was in
Mm-hmm.
reference to that, and it was like we had a chip on our shoulder about we was going through police brutality back then. So it was really it was talking about sicknesses like what's going on now, the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. And that if you go look at that, that's the first day I displayed the broccoli. I said, got me a baggie full of broccoli and a crooked eyes 22, and I showed the broccoli in my hand. That was 1993.
Well, Tupac was in that music video.
Tupac came to the vicinity and fucked with us heavy. That's right. Tupac,
Okay.
everybody, everybody that was fucking with us in the Bay, everybody drew down the Loonies, Spice One, Richie Rich, Digital Underground. Everybody that was somebody was in that video. Practice Looking Hard.
Yeah, that was an epic video right there.
Right on.
Well, how long did you know Tupac before that video?
I knew Tupac. Well, when he came with Strictly for My Niggas, or was it Tupacalypse? I think it was Strictly for My Niggas. He shouted the click out. Shout out to E-40 in the click. You know what I'm saying? The shit like that. And I was like, damn. Everybody like, man, Tupac shouted y'all out. I'm like, oh, dude, must know about it. That's cool. You know who actually gave me Pac's number was Double R, Richie Rich. Me and Double R go way back to the 80s. And so basically Double had seen, we was at June 16th or something like that, Juneteenth. And it was in Davis or something like that. And then he said we chopped it up and whatnot. And he was like, I forgot to tell you, man. Tupac told me to give you his number. I said, Tupac did? Like that, right? He said, yeah. And he gave me his number. I said, good looking out. I said, wow. You know, that meant a lot to me for you know, Double didn't even have to do that. He could have been a hater and just like, you know, I ain't finna get that nigga, you know what I'm saying? So that was my partner. So it was like we wasn't on that page like that, you know what I'm saying? And he's still my partner. But Tupac, that's when I started getting close to Pac. I called him as soon as I called him. He hit me right. He hit me when I called him, he didn't know it was me. And I left a message or something, and then he hit me back and he just, yo, 40, it's Tupac. Ever since then, we didn't stop talking, man.
Okay, and that's kind of where the relationship started to develop from there.
Yeah, like 90, like late 92 probably. Like 92, like 92, about 92, somewhere around there. So Tupac, he had a court date in I think he had a court date in Marin City out here in the Bay Area. And so I told him, he said, I'm gonna be out there, I'm gonna come to the video. It was either the court date, he had something to do because a couple of times he came to Solano Avenue and all his Richmond partners came there. That's in Millersville. They came to the studio and he had something to do that day. So anytime he was out here, he would hit me. So he'd say, man, I'm gonna be out there, so I'm gonna shoot. I think we might have scheduled this video for Practice Looking Hard around the time that he said he was coming. That man really showed up, brother, and hung out with us all day and apartment complexes and everything, like solid.